Imagine this. Two people walk into a hospital, same age, similar lifestyle. Yet doctors already know something invisible that can influence how their bodies react to illness, stress, even certain diseases. Their blood type. Now, blood type isn't destiny. It doesn't magically decide your lifespan or personality. But science has discovered some fascinating patterns. Subtle differences that can shape how your body behaves behind the scenes. So let's break this down clearly, simply, and realistically. There are 4 main blood types, A, B, AB, and O. Each one is defined by tiny markers on your red blood cells called antigens. Think of them like biological ID tags that your immune system recognizes. Let's start with type A. People with type A blood carry A antigens. Their immune system is often described as more sensitive or reactive. Research has shown that type A individuals may have a slightly higher tendency toward inflammatory responses. In practical terms, this means the body sometimes reacts more strongly to stress or certain infections. Some studies suggest type A may be linked with a higher statistical risk of conditions like cardiovascular disease or certain immune-related issues. But here's the important part. Higher risk does not mean guaranteed problem. Lifestyle still dominates the equation. A type A person who exercises, eats well, manages stress, and sleeps properly will often be far healthier than someone with a lower risk blood type who neglects their habits. Interestingly, type A blood has also been associated with stronger immune vigilance in some contexts. That heightened sensitivity can sometimes work as an advantage, helping the body detect and respond to threats quickly. Strength and vulnerability often come together. Now let's move to type B. Type B blood carries B antigens. This group is biologically unique because it often shows more adaptive immune flexibility. Some research suggests type B individuals may have a balanced immune response. Not overly reactive, not overly passive. In certain studies, type B has been linked with a slightly lower statistical risk of some heart-related conditions compared to type A. But again, these are population-level patterns, not personal predictions. Type B individuals may also show interesting differences in how their bodies handle metabolic processes and inflammation. Some evidence hints that they may tolerate physiological stress differently, though science is still evolving here. What's crucial to understand is this. Blood type influences tendencies, not outcomes. Now comes the rare and fascinating one. Type AB. Type AB blood carries both A and B antigens. Biologically, this is like having a hybrid system. It's the least common blood type, and it behaves differently in several ways. Because type AB has both antigens, its immune system can be complex. Some studies suggest type AB individuals may show higher statistical associations with certain cardiovascular and cognitive conditions later in life. Researchers have explored links between type AB and aspects of memory or circulation, though findings remain nuanced. But type AB also has a major biological advantage. It is the universal plasma recipient. This means medically, type AB plasma is incredibly valuable. From an immune perspective, this dual antigen structure gives AB blood unique compatibility characteristics. Again, balance is everything. Having type AB does not mean a shorter life, just as type O does not guarantee longevity. Which brings us to type O. Type O blood carries no A or B antigens. This absence creates some remarkable biological effects. Many studies have suggested type O individuals may have a slightly lower statistical risk of certain heart-related diseases. One theory relates to clotting factors. Type O blood often shows differences in clotting behavior, which may influence cardiovascular patterns. Some research also indicates type O individuals might have a stronger innate immune defense against specific infections. But type O is not invincible. Interestingly, type O has been linked in some studies to a slightly higher tendency towards certain bleeding-related conditions due to those same clotting differences. Every biological advantage has trade-offs. Now, let's talk about something many people overlook: the Rh factor. Beyond A, B, AB, and O, blood is also classified as positive or negative based on the Rh antigen. This tiny marker plays a critical role in transfusions, pregnancy, and immune compatibility. Rh-positive blood is more common. Rh negative blood is rarer and medically important because of compatibility constraints. But outside clinical settings, Rh status does not dramatically alter daily health for most individuals. Now here's where things get really important. Blood type patterns are statistical, not predictive. Science identifies correlations across populations. That does not mean your blood type can forecast your future like a horoscope. It simply reflects subtle biological tendencies observed across large groups. Your daily choices still dominate your health trajectory. Sleep quality, nutrition, movement, stress levels, smoking, alcohol, genetics. These factors have far greater impact than blood type alone. Yet blood type remains fascinating because it shows how deeply individualized human biology really is. Two people can look identical on the outside, while their internal systems operate slightly differently. Now let's address a common myth. Which blood type lives longest? There is no universal winner. Longevity is influenced by dozens of interacting variables. Blood type may contribute tiny statistical differences, but it does not override lifestyle, environment, medical care, and genetics. In fact, obsessing over blood type can distract from what truly matters: your habits. Another myth. Blood type defines personality. Despite popular claims, there is no strong scientific consensus supporting rigid personality differences based solely on blood type. Human psychology is far too complex for such simple categorization. Biology shapes tendencies, not identities. So what should you actually take away from all this? Blood type is a biological characteristic, not a verdict. It helps doctors manage transfusions, understand compatibility, and study disease patterns. It provides insight, not limitation. Instead of asking, "Is my blood type good or bad?" a better question is, "Am I supporting my body properly?" Because regardless of whether you are type A, B, AB, or O, your body thrives on the same fundamentals: consistent sleep, balanced nutrition, regular movement, stress management, preventive healthcare. Blood type may tilt probabilities slightly, but lifestyle shifts them massively. And perhaps the most fascinating truth of all, your blood type is one of the many invisible details that make you biologically unique. A microscopic signature flowing through you every second, quietly doing its job, without drama, without destiny. Just biology, adapting, responding, surviving, exactly as it was designed to do. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more content like this.